I'd like to take this opportunity to share our story, our family's journey into dyslexia. I wish I could say that it was a very simple story that fit nicely into a neat box, but it was anything except that. I had a child who was struggling exceedingly with the basics, learning the different letters of the alphabet, the sounds that came with them, and she absolutely could not read after several years of instruction. So I had her evaluated. That led to another evaluation, and we learned that she had dyslexia. What I didn't know was that dyslexia runs in families at a rate of 50%. Now that's a challenge for most families. For our family with the size of 10, this was extraordinary news. So we learned that of my 10 children, 8 had dyslexia. This was quite a shock for me. I was a neurotypical learner. I was valedictorian in high school. I graduated cum laude from the University of Notre Dame, the University of Iowa College of Law with honors. So the fact that I had the audacity to have 10 children was quite something. Take it up a notch to the fact that I chose to home educate the children without an education degree, and now layer on that 8 significant learning disabilities. So I was absolutely, positively devastated at the news. The parents that are listening to this video, I want you to know that I know where you're at. I also know where we can get to, and this is a message of hope. But I want you to know first that I had to get there myself to hear the message of hope. We had various lows in this journey. Most significantly, I recall distinctly at my second Barton training. So this is when you're being trained by a professional to learn the Barton program. As I sat around a conference table with another 12 or 15 other women who were learning the program, and there's a professional, Jan Robars, leading the instruction, I absolutely, positively broke down sobbing. And this was, a fairly professional environment. And it wasn't an attractive sob. It was one of those very ugly, heavy, sighing, crying, kind of heaving, nose dripping kind of crying. And to the point where I had to ask the teacher a question, can we please interrupt the video so that I could ask, are any of the other mothers just devastated by this news? What do we do with this? I had never even heard of the word dyslexia. I had my nice life kind of planned out well, and I was kind of rocking the homeschool world, so I thought. So this kind of earthquake in my academic, and quite honestly, our entire profile was devastating, and I didn't know what to do with it. So I handled it with great composure and just decided to break down and sob through the entire training. It was healthy though, because I learned that the other mothers were struggling as well. So for the parents out there who are trying to process, what does this mean for my child? What am I going to do with this? I have your heart and I have your back. I know where you're at. I respect you. I respect how you're feeling. And I want you to trust me, because if I can do this, you can do this. And I am pushing these 8 kids through this dyslexia remediation, and I'm seeing them individually thrive in addition to the students that I'm working with. So please have faith, bear with me, and thank you for tuning in today to hear our story.